The arena hums with electricity long before the fighters touch gloves. Heavyweight nights always feel different. Slower heartbeats, heavier air, louder breaths. Every fan in the building understands what is at stake when men this big step into the ring. Bermane Stiverne enters with quiet confidence, his record speaking louder than his words. 22 wins, 20 knockouts, a man who doesn't waste punches and doesn't chase chaos. Across the ring stands Chris Arreola, California's warrior, fueled by hometown energy and an unbreakable will. He isn't here to box cautiously or to impress judges. He is here to push forward, to break rhythm, to force a fight where pain decides everything. As the bell rings, the contrast is immediate. Arreola moves forward like a machine built for pressure, shoulders tight, gloves high, eyes fixed on Stiverne's chest. Stiverne stays loose, light on his feet, flicking his jab as if measuring distance with a ruler. The early exchanges reveal intent. Arreola throws heavy, swinging shots, trying to close the gap and test Stiverne's resolve. Stiverne responds with calm counters, short punches thrown without tension, each one landing with a sharp snap. The crowd reacts to every forward step from Arreola, feeding his aggression, while Stiverne quietly studies, adjusts, and waits. These opening moments are about establishing control. Arreola asserting pressure, Stiverne asserting patience. Neither man gives ground easily, but already the story begins to take shape. Force against finesse, stubborn will against calculated power. As the rounds develop, the tempo sharpens and the danger increases. Arreola continues to press, refusing to let Stiverne settle comfortably. His attacks come in waves, not always clean, not always balanced, but always aggressive. Each punch is thrown with bad intentions, aimed at breaking Stiverne's rhythm and dragging him into a firefight. Stiverne, however, remains composed. His hands move freely now, punches flowing in tight arcs that slip through openings Arreola doesn't realize he's leaving. At close range, Stiverne's compact shots begin to tell. Uppercuts sneak through the guard. Short hooks clip the jaw. The crowd senses the shift, reacting louder as Stiverne's confidence grows. Then comes the moment that defines the fight's direction. Just before the bell, Arreola steps in a fraction too square, pushing forward without cover. Stiverne sees it instantly. A perfectly timed right hook explodes against Arreola's chin. The impact is brutal. Arreola drops hard to the canvas, the sound of the fall echoing through the arena. The crowd erupts in shock and disbelief. It's a heavy knockdown, one that threatens to end the night entirely. The bell rings seconds later, saving Arreola from further punishment. He rises slowly, legs unsteady, eyes fighting to refocus. In his corner, water splashes, instructions are shouted, and urgency fills the air. He's hurt, badly, but not defeated. That knockdown shifts everything. Stiverne has announced his power. Arreola now must prove his heart. The fight resumes with renewed intensity. Knowing he's behind, Arreola comes out aggressively, forcing exchanges and refusing to let the knockdown define him. He throws combinations with determination, targeting the body, leaning his weight into every punch. For moments, his pressure works. Stiverne is pushed backward, forced to defend, forced to think. A clean shot lands from Arreola, snapping Stiverne's head and reminding everyone that danger still exists on both sides. The crowd roars, sensing momentum flicker, but Stiverne responds with intelligence rather than emotion. He slows the pace, tightens his defense, and returns to his fundamentals. Instead of trading wildly, he chooses moments carefully, countering Arreola's aggression with precise timing. Each time Arreola charges forward, Stiverne meets him with short, sharp punches that stop his advance cold. As the middle rounds unfold, the physical toll becomes visible. Arreola's movement grows heavier. He's breathing deeper. His attacks slightly delayed. He continues forward out of pure will, absorbing punishment to land a chance of his own. Stiverne, by contrast, remains relaxed, conserving energy, his punches still snapping with clarity. He reads Arreola's patterns, slipping shots and responding instantly. The fight becomes a test of endurance versus efficiency. Arreola's courage keeps him upright, but Stiverne's control keeps him ahead. Every round that passes without a breakthrough tightens the grip Stiverne has on the fight. Entering the later rounds, the contrast between the fighters is undeniable. Arreola's face shows the marks of battle, his body carrying the weight of constant pressure and punishment. Yet he continues to advance, driven by pride and the support of the crowd. He looks for moments, a hook here, a right hand there, anything that might turn the tide. Stiverne, calm and disciplined, continues to dismantle those efforts. His counters arrive suddenly, almost invisibly, landing before Arreola can recover his balance. A sharp right hand here, a sudden hook there. Each clean punch drains a little more strength from Arreola's reserves. Then comes a tense moment when Arreola lands another solid shot, briefly shaking Stiverne and igniting the arena. For a second, the outcome feels uncertain. Arreola surges forward, trying desperately to capitalize, throwing everything he has left. But Stiverne clinches, steps away, regains control. That moment becomes symbolic. Heart alone is not enough. As the rounds tick by, Stiverne's ring intelligence becomes the deciding factor. He avoids unnecessary risks, picks his spots, and keeps the fight exactly where he wants it. Arreola's bravery never fades, but fatigue slowly steals his sharpness. The crowd applauds his refusal to quit, recognizing the courage it takes to keep pushing forward under fire. Still, the momentum belongs firmly to Stiverne now, and the scorecards quietly reflect it. The final round arrives with clarity for both men. Arreola knows the truth. Only a knockout can change his fate. He gathers himself and charges forward one last time, throwing with desperation and pride. The punches come, but the snap is gone. His legs are heavy, his reactions slowed by the damage absorbed over 12 grueling rounds. Stiverne remains composed, eyes sharp, balance steady. He anticipates Arreola's attacks and answers them with crisp counters, refusing to let the fight slip into chaos. Each exchange reinforces the difference between the two. Effort against execution. Arreola continues to try, leaning on heart alone, but every attempt is met with resistance. As the final seconds tick away, the outcome feels inevitable. The bell rings, ending the contest. Both fighters stand exhausted, soaked in sweat, carrying the evidence of war on their faces. Arreola receives applause for his toughness, his willingness to fight until the end. Stiverne raises his hands quietly, confident.